One of the hardest things a woman will ever have to admit is that sometimes the person she lost isn't the person she misses the most. Sometimes the person she misses the most is herself, the version of herself that existed before she started shrinking, before she started overthinking every text message, before she started convincing herself that bare minimum effort was enough to keep hope alive, before she started calling confusion a connection. That's the part no one prepares you for. One day you wake up and realize you've spent so much time studying somebody else that you've completely lost track of yourself. You know what he likes, you know what bothers him, you know his habits, you know his moods, you know why he pulls away, you know why he comes back. But somewhere along the way, you start asking yourself the same questions. What do I like? What do I need? What makes me feel alive? What makes me feel so safe? And that's why losing him feels so devastating. Not because he was your whole world, but because you slowly made him the center of yours. See, women have a dangerous gift. They can see potential where there is no evidence. They can see a future inside a man who hasn't even decided what he wants for dinner. They can see who he could become, who he might become, who he even says he wants to become. And if they're not careful, they'll fall in love with a version of him that doesn't exist yet. They'll start building emotional homes on empty land. They'll start decorating rooms that haven't even been built. They'll start loving a future while ignoring the reality standing right in front of them. And that's where the heartache actually begins. Not when he leaves, not when he chooses somebody else. The heartbreak begins the moment reality and imagination stop agreeing with each other. Because now she's forced to let go of two people. The man he actually was and the man she believed he could become. And if you've ever been through that, you know the second one is harder. The second one keeps you up at night. The second one is why women stay attached long after the relationship is over. Because they're not grieving what happened, they're grieving what never happened. They're grieving birthdays that never came, conversations that never happened, futures that never arrived. And that's a difficult thing to explain to people, because from the outside, it looks like you're struggling to let go of a person. But what you're really struggling to let go of is a possibility. That's why checking his page never helps. That's why hearing about him never helps. That's why trying to understand his new relationship never helps. Because none of those things address the real wound. The real wound is that you've spent so much time looking outward that you've forgotten how to come home to yourself. And that's a shift right there. The shift isn't finding somebody better. The shift isn't proving he made a mistake. The shift is becoming so successful that he regrets losing you. The shift is remembering who you were before somebody else's attention became the thing that determined whether you had a good day or a bad one. That's the women you're trying to get back to. The women who laughed more. The woman who dreamed bigger. The woman who didn't spend her nights waiting for a text or call. The woman who trusted herself. The woman who didn't need constant reassurance to feel beautiful. The woman who wasn't chasing love because she was busy living. That's the woman this season is trying to reintroduce you to. So if you're hurting right now, stop making this chapter about him. Make it about her. Make it about the version of you that's been waiting patiently for your return. Because while you've been so focused on who he chose, the real question has been this: when are you finally going to choose yourself?